Hello, Meeple. Welcome to 15 Minutes of Talkin, episode 173 of the show where I did not do an audition. I did surface level research of dance audition and realized I had to take classes. So that's this Rock 101 season. I've decided it's going to be my last Rock 101 season because I'm going to go, do dance classes until the break. 15 minutes to talk, and just a series where I set a 15-minute timer, talk about whatever I want for 15 minutes. Once the timer goes off, I say a short goodbye in the video, and it all has minimal editing. So without further ado, let's get started. I am the very model of a modern Major General. Update the street gunner, Bailey. Let's start the outfit breakdown. This was covered in episode 12. This was covered in episode, I don't know. Hold on. I don't know, but I'm about to know. We're unbeatable. Walking down this endless island. Da 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 da. You never beat me, you never could. Advanced battle is the ultimate test from the earth, the sea, the wind and sky. Okay, episode 31. This was covered in episode 31. Yes. And this was covered in a recent episode, actually. Don't know how recent, but it was most recent episode where I wore one of the hair tie bracelets. Not yesterday. Not the day before yesterday. I don't. Not 170. Was it yesterday? I guess 169. Yes, I believe 169. Hold on. Yes. This was covered in episode 169. Oh my gosh, I can't go on it. You're welcome, I saved you. Now I'm gonna have to go turn the actual light on. What's this? What's this? Actually, good lighting. Well, okay. My hand gets a little bit woozy when it goes up here, but at least it's not that. See? Anyway. Wow, we're unbeatable. Pokemon Advanced Battle. Whoa, we're undefeatable. Yeah, the 169, aka the square 13 squared. Suckle is some Mario. Been down this endless island. Okay. Why is this? My leg muscle is so big it's. These are capris. That hurt my knee. It had nothing in it anyway. Yeah. Honestly, not doing the audition took a ton of pressure off of me. So, I'm in better place now. Hold on. I'm gonna summon Mason. Mason, if you're listening, she is in a better place now. Can you hear him? It's him laughing. Oh, that's him telling me to say comrade. Comrade. The Russian accent is weakening anyway. Okay. Comrade. Comrade. It must be done. 11. Okay. Anyway. My bad, shit. Yeah. Let's get the blanket. Mhm. What'd you say? Oh, okay. Hey, I got the blanket. So let's do hyperfixation time. For people who are new here, I am autistic. My cousin Mason, who is here on my mom's weeks, which is my dad's week right now, is also autistic. And we both have special interests, like around like four main special interests. So we are on rotating cycle. I forgot to do special interest time yesterday, which I mean it sucks that we missed me getting to talk about Marvel, but at least I get to talk about musicals today. Heh. Yay! Tomorrow hyperfixation time will be over Norse mythology, and then day after that, even though it will only be Friday, it will be a Mason special interest, which will be what was it? What was it? One Piece. And then on Saturday, even though I still want to be with Mason, it will be Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And then on Sunday, when I actually will be with Mason, probably, if I, unless I decide to be proactive and record like first thing in the morning, uh, then it will be about Cloud. And then we'll go back to me. But yes, so today's hyperfixation time is musicals. I got into them this summer between 5th and 6th grade. I was listening to Little Miss Perfect and stuff because I am a fan of the Owl House, because my other special interest is Disney. Well, I have multiple special interests, but the one that matters in this story, other than musical, is Disney. Uh, so I was listening to Little Miss Perfect, and then YouTube Music auto played another song, and that song was Say My Name from the Beetlejuice musical. I was like, this tells compelling story through music. And I was intrigued, so I went and watched the Beetlejuice movie. And I was like, man, I like the storytelling techniques in Say My Name a whole lot better. So then you know what I did? I went and I purchased a Beetlejuice musical hyperfixation from the autism store, and I got really into the Beetlejuice musical. Uh, and then I went to see it. Uh, like on the day after Halloween, which I guess is just a musical time of year. I guess because in 6th grade I went to see the Beetlejuice musical the day after Halloween, and then in 7th grade I went to see the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee on the day after Halloween. So I guess that's just a tradition now to see a musical the day after Halloween. It was totally unintentional. But but anyway. But anyway, we're getting better every day. Cause all it takes is a little reinvention. It's easy to change if you're giving your attention. All you gotta do is just believe you can be who you wanna be. Sincerely miss you dearly. Sincerely be. Sincerely be. Sincerely, sincerely be. Yeah. You knew I had musical hyperfixation. You knew this. But then I went out after I watched Beetlejuice and I discovered other good musicals. And then it just evolved into overall musical special interest. And I took theater class at school, and yeah, it won't go away. I do think I took it's got to slightly damper whenever I got into Marvel. All my special interests get damper whenever I get into new special interest. Disney got pretty much non-existent whenever I got musical special interest, but then it existed again like sometime within the last like year. uh Musical at least significantly dampened whenever I got into Marvel. And Marvel uh dampens whenever I got into Norse mythology. And yeah. Maybe like, but Bailey, wouldn't Norse mythology strengthen Marvel's special interest? And by that, you would be absolutely completely wrong. Cause Marvel Thor franchise and Norse mythology are two completely separate entities. That it uses names of characters and names of places, and sometimes, when you get lucky, uses myths. And that is about where the similarities end. You know? Like, everybody must be like, oh, you know first thing about Thor's hammer. You have to be worthy to wield it. Except that is complete made up by Marvel. In the mythology, it's literally just really, really heavy. And Thor is just like really, really strong with his belt, his gloves, and his no, it's just his belt and gloves. The third thing that makes him a formidable foe is his hammer. But like his belt and his gloves help him lift it. You can't be Talking, you have no mother to love. And that's why your strength relies on gloves. Anyway. Anyway. Yeah, no, wait, this devolves into hyperfixation time with other special interest. Yeah, but I also took singing lessons. So I can actually, like, decently sing musical Peter songs. Still need to work on that dancing part, though, as I covered earlier. Hold on, did I get ticks? Oh, hold on. Yeah, I would, in most cases, I would ignore it. But my cousin, Redhead, Soup, said chat. So, that means that they have something important to say. Did they respond? No. So I just had to say, there it is. Oh, hold on. asking me if I want to watch every Golden Time together because just today the first posters were put up announcing the auditions for the school play in January, and that's what it's gonna be. So yeah, and my cousin is theater kid. They were a large part in making me theater kid, and I feel so proud to pass it on to our other cousin Mason. We have transitioned him into theater kid. It started I showed him Dear Evan Hansen, and then on his own he watched Hamilton, and then I recently showed him Beetlejuice. And the other day he said he was watching Mean Girls. I'm so proud of him. He is theater kid. This was our timer. Told him that I had already watched Wrinkle in Time because of Disney special interest. That was like a few years ago though. Anyway, have yourself the nicest of days. Uh, like and subscribe. If you are into clouds, if you're into clouds, uh, mm, 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 mm. If you're into clouds, Disney, praying mantises, Marvel, musicals, Norse mythology, One Piece, or Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and want to see them talked about on this channel. Because they will be talked about on this channel. Anyway, have you. Yeah, I already said that. Goodbye now. Oh.